Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir.
Please tell me your name and the class you will be taking.
I'm Olatunji Raphael. I'll be taking GS3, Basic Technology. Raphael, yes, sir.
So, what are your objectives for this lesson?
The objectives are, at the end of it, you should be able to define an electromagnet. More so, you should be able to tell all the sources of direct current.
Okay, thank you.
You have 5 minutes. If you press on that blue button that says repeat, it will give you your 5 minutes. Just once. Press it once. You're on.
Good evening, judges. My name is Olatunji Raphael with the code 014 ORO. Now, I want to make an electromagnet. An electromagnet is a temporary magnet made by the passage of direct current through a conductor. Now, the sources of direct current includes phone battery, laptop charger, solar panel. Now, for which to make the electromagnet, we have the materials here. We have the battery, we have the concrete nail, we have the copper wire, then we have the office pin and the razor blade. Now, to make a given electromagnet, you wrap the copper wire around the concrete nail. This is the concrete nail. You must use the concrete nail. If your other nails won't work. So you wrap the copper wire around the concrete nail this way. Round, it must be completely over it. If not, it won't work. Then you have the ends of the copper wire. You must peel. There's an insulation covering on at the end. You need to peel off with your razor blade, like this. You understand? So to save time, I've already made the electromagnet. This was called solenoid. You understand? So I've already wrapped to save time. Now, the copper wire, the wires must be in opposite direction like this. The essence of that is to form the north and the south pole. One of these poles will be the north, will be the south. So you should not do it this way. If not, no magnetism will be induced in the concrete nail. So it must be in opposite direction. Then I've already peeled off the ends of the wire this way. So what is next is for me to connect it to the battery. Once the current flows through this nail, magnetism is induced in the nail automatically. So I'll allow it to at most 1 minute. Now before I start, I will show everyone that it has not turned into a magnet. You see, there's no attraction yet. So this is before the experiment starts. So there's no attraction yet until I pass the current through it. So this is a source of DC. So once the current passes through, there will be what? An electromagnet. So I'll wait for at most 1 minute. Let's wait. So you see there will be attraction now. So these are the office pins. Then if you put the wires at the opposite ends, it will automatically turn into, once you place it, it will automatically turn into a magnet. Okay.
Keep going. Don't wait for me.
Okay.
Go on, keep going. Don't wait for me. You can keep telling us what you want to tell us.
Then, no, place it, no, not yet. Just,
I know. You keep doing what you're doing.
Are you finished?
no, let him test it out first. No, wait for at least 1 minute. No, 1 minute. Let the current flow for 1 minute, sir.
There's a tingling feeling. Okay, 1 minute.
Yes, sir. So that the strength will be increased. Okay, you can proceed now.
I can proceed. That was a short 1 minute.
You see, the strength has increased.
The what has increased?
The strength of the magnet. The time taken for the current to flow. You must at most 1 minute so that the current will flow around the nail.
There you go. Okay.
So I want to evaluate, please, who can state the source, one source of direct current? I mentioned like 4 or 3. One source of direct current.
Copper wire, or you mean source of direct battery?
Yes, sir, you're correct. Spot on, sir. Okay, please, do you have any question for me?
What was the razor blade there?
No, it's to scrape off the insulation covering at the end so that current will flow. If you don't scrape it off, current won't flow through the nail. You have to scrape it off. It's already insulated. With insulation, the current won't flow.
You said we should use a concrete nail. You didn't say why.
A concrete nail is, well, there are 2 types of metal. We have ferrous metal and non-ferrous metal. Ferrous metal are the one that can be turned into a magnet. Not all metal can be attracted by a magnet or can be turned into a magnet. For example, zinc now is a non-ferrous metal. It's not a magnetic substance. So you cannot use the natural magnet to attract a zinc, for instance. Now.
That's your time.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Let's start off with Doctor. please,
I
your
enjoyed
feedback.
the class.
Yes, sir.
I really
Yes,
enjoyed
yes,
it.
ma. Thank you, ma.
Purely practical.
Yes, ma.
I still did not use the smart board at all.
Yes, ma.
But it's advisable to put the subject and the
Okay,
dates.
yes,
If
ma'am.
nothing else, just the subject and the dates. So if
All right, thank you very much.
Yes,
As
sir.
you've been told by my colleagues there, good preparation, good appearance, many good things about your lesson. You have the energy, you have the enthusiasm, you want your students to learn. Let me ask you a question, and this is a genuine question, and Prof has alluded to it. If you were in a real class, in your actual classes, what's the average number you'd have?
Even a public school, like maybe 7.
No, not this.
No,
Your
10,
own-
10, 10, 10 for JS3 class.
Okay, is that on average for just 3 classes?
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes.
Okay. So if you were trying to do this with them, how would you actually do it?
I'll tell them to bring the material. I would have written the material on the board for them. I'll tell them where to buy the materials
Oh,
from.
so
And they say, or if they can't get the copper, I'll procure the
would
copper
each
for
person
myself.
have bought this material?
No, this one is easily accessible. They can get, but this copper may not. They may not be able to get this one. So I'll bring it to them in the class.
You were discussing. I'm trying to find out what you're actually saying. So are you saying that there are 10 of them and each of them would have brought in this?
No, I'll ensure that they will bring everything. If they can't bring, I'll buy some of them for them.
You're not engaging with me, Olatunji.
Okay.
What I'm asking is that I'm one individual. Yes, I'm Ola again, by the way. Are you saying I would have bought 2 batteries, some pins?
No, you just need one battery.
I just bring 1 battery.
You just know, just one. You don't see a pair of battery.
Yeah.
So you all bring one. One is enough for the experiment. This one is just a backup.
Okay.
Peradventure, this one maybe
But each person will
the
bring
voltage
their
drops. Yes.
But I mean, in reality, why wouldn't you do something? Because what I was about to go on to was how you would demonstrate such a thing like this if it was in a class of 30.
Yes, sir.
You know, you'd ask maybe.
No, I may group them. Group A, Group B, Group C.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Okay,
And then
sir.
you'd
Okay,
ask-
sir.
And then you'd ask a group leader to come up. And anyway, if you were going to ask them to buy, already group them and get each person to buy one item from it so that they're not
Okay.
spending too much. Anyway,
Okay.
we've dealt with that. Let me go on to my feedback now. So I've told you a number of the good things I saw, but there are a number of things which you might have to be careful about. You were saying things which assumed prior knowledge, and I certainly didn't have the prior knowledge. Well, I did physics, but I've forgotten. So look, you said at one stage, so you were doing too much telling for my liking. You said, must be in the opposite direction. You said, this must
No, yes.
Relax, I'm speaking that.
Okay, sir.
You
Sorry.
said must be in the opposite direction. You didn't say why it has to be in the opposite direction.
I said it. I said it.
I think you need to exercise more patience. You need to calm down seriously. It is not war. It is not battle. To me, what is more important than the prize is the feedback you are getting from the judges. Whatever you are given as prize, you will spend it and you will finish. The feedback you are getting from the learned judges here will stay with you and will be part of the capacity building you need in this profession.
Okay.
So, while I'm not even going to comment on your lesson, I'm going to comment on your reaction to feedback. So, I would really want you to calm down. You have done your instinctively, you have finished your lesson, you have finished scoring. So whatever you are saying now is not changing anything. Anything they're telling you now is just for you to get better. It's not as if you defend yourself so much, it's going to affect your mark. Your mark has already been decided.
Okay.